The 8th annual Cupid Chase 5K in Latrobe, PA. Finished first overall in 1827 point something. Not sure what the point was, but I've done this race pretty much every year that they've had it. I've won it, I would say, at least 4 times. I know 3 for sure, but I want to say 4 or 5 out of the 8. And I didn't win it last year. My buddy Brandon won. Thankfully, he didn't show up this year. Without how out of shape I am, I would have been no competition for him. But here's my trophy. You get a really cool goodie bag. You get a water bottle, cinch bag, dry fit shirt. They give everybody a finisher's medal as well. Like I said, as I've done this race a ton of times, I'm gonna actually have to go home and look and see how many times I've done it in the actual 8 years that they held it. They do a bunch of races across the state. The Cupid Chase, because it's for people with disabilities, so it's like a fundraiser for them. That's why I always try to come and support it. Even though I didn't sign up till last night, because the way the weather was looking and being February, like I've been telling people, is I'm not signing up for races till like the day before or a couple of days before, until like mid-March or end of March, because I always want to check the weather now. Not trying to risk things or try to drive down to the, like, Pittsburgh races anymore when the roads are bad and stuff like that. It's just not worth it to me anymore. So I didn't sign up till yesterday, well, last night, after work. Made sure the storm wasn't going to hit, or it wasn't going to be icy, because it was supposed to actually hit last night, but now it's not hitting until tonight, Saturday night. So yeah. So I'm glad I came. Got my win one race New Year's goal completed. Thankfully, it took me probably the end of March last year to get it, so I'm thankful to get it at the beginning of February with my less race schedule this year, so less opportunities. I felt pretty good all race. My legs felt pretty good. I was kind of worried a couple days before, because I've been ramping up training and my legs were completely dead Thursday, so I had to take a day off from running and biking. And even yesterday, I didn't run at all, and I just biked like 15 miles last night after taking a couple hour nap, because my legs were just done from doing like a 20 miler on Monday, 5 mile recovery on Tuesday, then 7 mile hill training on Wednesday. So by Thursday, my legs were done. I didn't think I was going to be recovered enough to run fast today, but I'll take a 6-minute overall pace for a 5K. This course uses, well, it is the same course as the Turkey Trot and the Run Rabbit race down here in Latrobe. It's the standard Latrobe race. I just like this because when it benefits in the time of year, and it's close. I want to say registration numbers were pretty much on par with record numbers, but participation, I think, was a little bit low this year. I think there was only like 73, and there was like 90 some that signed up, or whatever, or 100 signed up. So I think people just got scared off because of the storm that was coming, and maybe the temperature. Even though the temperature is 28 degrees right now, I guess people just don't like running in the cold. But some years it's been really cold in the single digits with frost on the ground, and some years there's been ice and stuff like that. There might have been one year that was like 45 or something like that, but I'd have to look. But I just enjoy it. The people who do this race are very nice and supportive, so I do like that. I can't remember his name, but the guy who's like the race director and stuff, like, he remembers me. He's always happy to see me and shakes my hand every year. Just those little things like that make me want to come back and support it. For the race itself, As I said, my legs felt good all race. I was a little bit excited today, getting a little bit pumped up, but I still never got in a full-on race zone. Tried, I was finding some pump-up music on my MP3 player before we started, and even during the race, I would change through some of the shittier, slower stuff, just to keep me energized. So I was trying to engage a race mode, but I wasn't going full-on red line, putting down PBR or a PR type pace. Probably because I didn't have to. I know there was one young kid, like an 8-10-year-old that took off right away. And I just knew he was going to die. So 60 yards in the race, I took the lead, and then I led the rest of the race. By a mile in, I probably had 20-30 second lead. That was the first time I looked back. And then every couple tenths, or before I turned the corner, I would look back just to make sure nobody was sneaking up on me, because I really wanted this win today. So I was just trying to put down a really good time, and a time that would get me to win, but I wasn't trying to do nothing stupid where I had a chance of blowing up or costing myself the race. So I'll take my 6-minute pace. I think I ended up winning by a minute. I'd have to look. But I'm very happy with 18:27 with how, to me, what I feel was out of shape, endurance and speed wise. And this course, they have a bunch of volunteers and police blocking the main intersections and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about the intersections with the red lights, people crashing into you and stuff like that. So it is very safe, even though it is an open course. And at 10 o'clock on this Saturday, there's really never any traffic. There might be a car or two, but it's pretty much a no-car open course, if that makes sense. So you really don't have to worry about it too much. The only real time I pulled back at all today was when you do that block at the far end before coming back. There's an incline that's where most of the incline is. I looked back, I had my 20-30 second gap. And I just pulled back because running the pace I was at up that little incline, I didn't want to burn my legs up or put them in a bad position in case somebody did try to chase me. But then as soon as we hit the flat / downhill again, coming back, I just turned it back on. Did have a bunch of people cheering for me as I was coming back, because it's only one little quick block. Well, maybe not a quick block on the far end of town, but you really do get to pass a lot of people, where I got to pass a lot of people heading out. My breathing was under control today. At least I thought it was. I really wasn't. I was huffing and puffing, but I wasn't on that verge where I was super exerting myself, hyperventilating type breathing, where I can get at some races. I didn't choke or get sick at all during the race. That's about it, really, as far as race wise. It was just pretty straightforward. I just ran, I wouldn't say an A race, I would say maybe a B-, C+ type race, but it's so straightforward, and not much really happened during the race itself, different from other years. And I know once we hit the 2-mile mark on the way back by the brewery, I looked back more and more just to make sure nobody was catching me and I wasn't doing nothing, trying to get in that mindset, don't do nothing stupid where you're going to lose the race. So I wasn't really listening to music then, but earlier in the race, I was flipping through some songs, just trying to keep myself in more of like a race mindset. Again, never fully engaging a race mindset, but just trying to stay on that, I guess, more of a pump up than like a race killer death type race. I don't know, whatever, you know what I mean when you're talking about a race mode where you're like so concentrated and locked in. You just basically say, F for everybody else, this is me, this is what I'm doing today type race mode. I was never locked into that, but I was more into the like, all right, let's keep this going, let's keep, keep the adrenaline going, having fun, pumped up type race mode. Other than that, I did get a strawberry donut. I'm taking home a glazed one as well. But yeah, I guess overall happy with my performance. Did get to see some friends today. And stuff like that. But like I said, I encourage people to come to this race because I think it's for a really good cause, and the people were really supportive and nice. And they do give some good giveaways away as well. So I guess, yeah, I'll leave it at that and check them out.